Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I like to show how to separate this design, the single stop design, into multiple split patterns. For this one, the single stop design is it stops only one, and that too at the end. This is a single color design, so if it once it starts, it'll stop at the end. But this design, it's like it's these two are like a symmetrical, the center one a flower and these things. So but all these is one, but I like to give a color to just the center flower and these two leaves and the stem. We'll see how to split this design. Actually, I showed in my previous video how to split these design, the easy method. So I'll show that method also, and also the professional method in this one. First I'll show how to split the easy method, but easy method won't be like a professional method is the professional, but I'll show you how to split it easily. Split patterns. So I want these two symmetrical one as one, and I want the flower as separate and the stem and these things it's a separate. So we'll take out this flower part. So we have to be very careful so we don't miss any stitches or touches different part of the thing. So to come to this page, when you click the split design, these options will open. So just point it over here, so when you enlarge it, you can see all these stitch stitch marks. So we want to adjust these, zoom it down. So we'll cut this part alone, so the flower alone will get separated. And I like to be the straight as much as possible. So, and cut pattern, cut and save all, because we want the whole design, but we want this part alone to be separate. So just cut and save all. So now 2 is there. 2 is just a flower, 1 is without the flower. Now we want this stem and these leaves also to be a different one, so we'll cut it again. So we selected the first one, the second one is just this one, so we select the color 1. This part it's not highlighted, so we can easily put this spot on that not highlighted part itself, but it won't get selected. So we just select this part. So come close as much as possible and make a straight one and cut pattern and cut and save all. So now 3 is there, so we can close this one. So 1, the symmetrical one, 2, the flower, 3, the stem and the leaf. Okay, so if you want, we can change the color of this one too. I'll show that in a different way, but this is the one way of splitting this design. This is the easiest way of splitting the design. I'll show the professional way of splitting the design. So I'll close this one. So it changes to no. So I'll open it again. So now this is just a one stop. So I'll show how to split this design in a professional way. So for that one, you select the color one. And here is a small play button. So it will show how the stitches are made. How the machine is going to stitch, in which order, where it's going to start, and which part is the next, and where it ends, and everything. So before we cutting, we like to play this one. Yeah, the sound is more. I'll just reduce the sound part, or there is an option. Yes, show and show. Yeah, options over here. Play sound, no. Show texture. So I'll increase the speed so it will do it fast. Now we are just watching the we want to see where it starts and where it ends. So the symmetrical part is stitching first, and then the bottom and the flower. This is how it's getting stitched. So now we want the symmetrical part as one, the bottom part as one, the flower as one. So now we'll start playing this one, and we'll reduce the speed, so it will reduce the thing, but this part and the symmetrical other side also is getting, so now we'll increase the speed, so it comes to the part where we want to stop, and then I will reduce the speed. So we have to wait until this side part of the stitches has to be finished. So now we can reduce the speed to a half. But this one, if we do it like this, there is no joy. No one can tell the designs are split and where it ends, where the stitches are, anything. Okay, it's going to. Okay, so now it starts. So we'll pass the design. Because we want to cut it over here, we want this part, the stem and the leaf to be separate. So we'll go the back stitches, but the speed is slow, so we'll increase a little bit speed. So what happened? Okay, so we'll split the design, we'll open it. Oh, it went all the way up. Okay, so we need to so stitches, it's coming over. So when it comes close to the thing, we'll stop it, and we'll reduce the speed to 10 and press this button. Okay, now we enlarge. We enlarge the. I think the laptop is slow. It's not loading it properly. So yeah, the stitches are over here. So we'll press play again. So it comes down. When it comes close to the stitches, we'll start. Okay, we stopped. So here few stitches are there. We'll zoom it to more. So we want to cut this two part, and we don't want this to be the same color. So you select. There are, if you can see, there are small tiny dots over there. those are all the stitch where the needle goes into the fabric. So those are the stitch point. Yeah, these small dots are the stitch points. So this is, so we select this one, but we'll go higher. So press the up arrow, it goes to the next step. When you press the down arrow, it goes to the previous stitch. So we want to cut it over there. So go to the stitch where you want to split it, press split. So now there is a two colors. Close, and we'll zoom it to those, and we'll see what's in the color one. Color one is both the symmetrical one. This part and the flower as two. Okay, so now we want the flower as a separate, stem and leaf as a separate. So now we select so color 2 and play. So now it'll show only the stem, leaf and the flower part. So same way we'll increase a little bit when it comes close to the end of the stem. Yeah, now this part is going stem, and then the flower will start. So now we'll reduce the speed and press play, and you have to be very careful to stop it immediately. Okay, yeah, a little more. Okay, yeah, the stitches are over here, so we'll increase it more. These are all maybe 3 or 5 times stitches, these things, to show it a little bit thicker. So okay, we'll select this cutting part, splitted stitch. So now we can see the stitch marks and this one. So this stitch number is this one. So we'll see how, if we press the higher one, it goes up there. The lower one comes down. So we want to cut at this point. So go to that stitch, split, close. So now 3 colors. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I zoomed a lot, so okay. So 1, the symmetrical one, 2, just the stem, 3, just the flower. So this is how we have to separate these one stop design in a professional way. So when you select this one, there is no nothing, any part is cutting or anything. So it splits at a one stitch, and it starts at the next stitch itself. Only just there won't be any stitch mark from the previous stitch to the next stitch. That's all, but there is no gap or anything. This part, anyhow, the satin stitch will come and close this one, and still we cannot see any of the unstitched part. So this is how we have to split this one, and we'll do it as file save as. Save as, I'll save it as 4. So this one is saved as 4. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you.